Hello, I'm Dr. John Smelcer, and welcome to episode 100 of Ahtna 101. I began this project in the late fall, near Thanksgiving, Christmas of 2016, and today it's late fall, November of 2020. It's taken me 4 years of my life to get to episode 100, but I'm proud of that accomplishment, and I hope these videos help you. This is part 3 of words related to fish parts, and fish usage. We'll start off, we left with scales last time. Remember, fish scales is keguze. Now the fish's air bladder, which helps keep it afloat, and there's even a myth, a raven myth, of how fish and salmon particularly got stones in their head to keep them down, but the bags to help keep them afloat as well. So fish air bladder is kelose. The black fish blood, usually when you're doing the spine and there's this little run, if you will, a length of black blood, that is ukendisklesi. Dried fish, if you just dry fish, it's just ba. And ba is very general for any dried fish. There's a squirrel over my head. Remember, the word for squirrel is deligi. Partially dried fish is ukazgani. If you fillet your fish out, which most even modern people like to fillet their fish, it's tnadgugi. The T-N is together. Tnadgugi. A fishing hole, meaning the place where you like to go fish, especially for dip netting salmon on the Copper River. So this is your spot that you like to go. That's kisi-kat. And kisi is the word for dip net. Salted fish, just plain old salted fish, is natu. Remember, our word for salt is natu. Natu jana. Sometimes natu janak. Salted fish that we use for dogs, to feed our dogs. So preserve them just enough. And that's elkesi. Soaked dry fish, so you've dried them first, and now you're like reconstituting them to be moist. And that's nalcheli. If you're from Antasta, they just say nalchel. A whole fish barbecued on a stick over fire. So you just shoved a stick right through it. You've probably taken the guts out and stuff, and you're roasting it over fire. My brother and I used to do this all the time when we were little teenage boys. Catch fish, make a campfire on the river, and roast them right there. And that is chigigai. And gai means small, so I think like little small cooking, a little small fire cooking it over. A fish cooked over a fire in general is na'ibaili. If a fish is suspended by a line, I think that's like for drying. That's na'ibaith. And finally, if it's just wind-dried meat, it's fish meat that's just been wind-dried, that's ukedesyasi. If you're from Antasta, they say ukedesyik. So a little different, but that is episode 100. I sure hope you've been enjoying these as much as I have.